another edition of Boxing for Real. I'm your host, Don Omega. This is Iron Truth. Let's get going. Today we're going to go ahead and talk about the upcoming fights this weekend. That'll be Spinks versus Karmazin. That's the only fight to be shown this Saturday. It should not be the only fight shown, but anyhow, we'll get into that. It's Corey Spinks versus Roman Karmazin. Corey Spinks is coming off a loss to Zab Judah, as hopefully you've seen, and if you haven't, watch that fight.
And get it from us.
Yeah, absolutely. Get it from us, omegafights.com. Yeah. Anyhow, Spinks coming off a loss, Roman Karmazin coming off a win. He's got a win against Qasim Uma, which Uma was obviously sick because Uma was not putting out the punch volume that he normally puts out, and it sure as hell wasn't because of Roman Karmazin. And but that being said, I'm going to make my pick. I think Karmazin's going to win.
Okay, well,
unanimous decision.
I'm gonna pick Spinks by a pretty easy decision. Actually, he is coming off a loss over a year fighting now since February of last year against Judah, of course, where he got knocked out in the same place he's fighting now, coming back to his hometown in St. Louis at the Savas Center. Karmazin is a very average fighter, really doesn't do anything great or special. Caught Uma on a very bad night. Uma was sick. Uma, the few times he did put punches together, he landed them, stumbled Karmazin, actually had him hurt a little bit. Sometime, I think it was somewhere around the 6th or 7th round. If Uma was Uma that night, he would have knocked him out, I believe. Qasim Uma had 3 wins since then, all dominating performances. Karmazin has done nothing since then, last July. So it's his first fight in almost a year also. I expect Spinks to, if he doesn't pull another track meet performance, then he should be able to beat this guy with his defense. He's very slick. He has very good hand speed. He is moving up to 154 from 147. This will be his first fight at the junior middleweight division. So, we'll see if he brings any power with him. He had none at 147. Maybe he can gain some. I doubt it. But I think we're gonna see Spinks put on a pretty good performance. I say probably about 8 rounds to 4. He should beat Roman Karmazin. Hopefully, Qasim Uma can get the next shot at Corey Spinks, and somewhere down the line get the revenge rematch with
Spinks is scarred. He's scarred, man. He's scarred.
Yeah.
No, he's not scarred of Karmazin, but
I am interested in the fight. Spinks does matter. I don't like him myself either at all. Karmazin means nothing to me at all. I think Spinks is important.
Yeah, moving on the undercard, they were supposed to show Steve Cunningham versus Guillermo Jones, but this was a cruiserweight fight
for the IBF title,
and was supposed to be shown. Now it's not being shown because Guillermo Jones didn't show up for whatever reason.
Sick, apparently.
Sick or gay or something.
Probably the second one.
For whatever reason, he's not showing up, and the fight is not being
Steve
shown.
Cunningham actually defeated Jones in a previous fight by a 10-round decision, actually, also. So this was going to be a rematch, but that's off now.
Now, what they should do is put Steve Cunningham against Marc Mormeck. That would be perfect. Just go ahead and put those two together. They're fighting anyhow. I'm sure that would be hard to put together, though. So, okay, at least show Mormeck fighting.
Yeah,
he is on this card.
The undercard against a journeyman named Damon Reed. Doesn't matter who he's fighting. They need a fight to fill in. Cunningham is not fighting at all now.
Reed has over 40 wins. He's got 11 losses. That's not that bad of a record for a journeyman.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of knockout losses, I do believe. But anyhow, show him anyhow.
Yeah.
Why not?
Mormeck.
It's a cruiserweight.
Yeah, they were going to show a cruiserweight fight. Mormeck is one of the best cruiserweights in the world. Was the best cruiserweight in the world before getting beat by O'Neal Bell by knockout this January on the Judah Baltimore undercard. Mormeck dominated Wayne Braithwaite, who was widely considered the best cruiserweight in the world.
And Mormeck, I don't care what the poll said, Mormeck should be called Black Thunder. But speaking of Mormeck's opponent that just beat him, O'Neal Bell, Let's move along. O'Neal Bell is supposed to fight Chris Byrd. What do you think of that?
Well, that's a tough fight for O'Neal Bell. Gonna have to see how Byrd handles the weight move. He's coming down in weight from the heavyweight division to meet O'Neal Bell for the Cruiserweight Championship, at Cruiserweight, of course. I like O'Neal Bell's chances. Something about him, his will, his determination seems to carry him through. I'm gonna pick him to win. That's a pick 'em fight for sure. I could see Byrd beating him pretty easily, actually, with his slickness, his skills. As we all know, he has more than O'Neal Bell. I think in the end, O'Neal Bell will come on late to either knock him out late. That might be unlikely, probably. Byrd's taking giant punches from heavyweights, seem to not really be that hurt by them.
In some cases.
Well, in most cases, he can take a pretty good punch at the heavyweight division, so we'll have to see. And O'Neal Bell, I think he'll come on late. His will and determination will win out for him. So
if history is any indication, he will come on late after he's been getting his ass beat the whole fight.
Yeah,
and
we'll have to see.
And he'll knock Byrd out.
That's in discussions. Nothing signed. Don't know when that would happen. Sometime later this year, of course.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree, and I'm going to pick Chris Byrd. I think he'll win. I don't know. The weight might be an issue though, because I mean he's waiting all this time to go back to go down to Cruiserweight. And it'll be interesting to see this, like Iron Truth said, it is a pick-em fight, and basically I think it's going to depend purely on Chris Byrd, which Chris Byrd shows up. Is it going to be rapid-fire Chris Byrd, or is it going to be, I think I'm a brawler Chris Byrd?
Yeah, like the last fight with Vladimir Klitschko.
If he comes in thinking he's a headhunter, if he thinks he's going to be knocking people out left and right, I don't think he's going to win the fight. Yeah,
he'll probably be knocked out himself if he comes in with that kind of style. This will definitely generate some interest in the Cruiserweight division. Chris Byrd, not a very marketable name, but he is a former heavyweight.
Compared to Cruiserweights,
yeah, compared to Cruiserweights, definitely. So it will generate some interest, which it does need it in the Cruiserweight division. Cruiserweight division is an underrated division, definitely. They have Wayne Braithwaite, Steve Cunningham, who's undefeated,
Marc Mormeck, mentioned,
and of course O'Neal Bell, the champ right now. So that's 4 top fighters. Those are your top 4 guys there for sure.
Guillermo Jones actually wasn't bad. He's probably top 10 at least.
Got a gift victory against Wayne Braithwaite. Fight shouldn't have been stopped. Some don't know where they found that referee at all. But
he is definitely a top 10 guy. He has a win over Wayne Braithwaite.
Yeah, he does.
That's the show. Your host, Don Omega. This is Iron Truth.